Turning now to the conflict in Ukraine. Ukrainian military officials say they are successfully slowing efforts by Russian forces to block the capital.
But the ongoing attacks are taking a toll on communities, with numerous buildings destroyed by missiles. Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis begins our team coverage this morning live with the latest developments from the UN. Marcus.
That's right. Good morning, Tony and Michelle. Reports of fierce fighting overnight, reports of hundreds of casualties and over 1,000 injured. But so far, Ukrainian forces managing to keep control of the capital.
The situation in Ukraine is growing more urgent as the Russian troops invading the country push toward the capital of Ukraine. Friday, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky spoke to people across his country, urging them to, quote, burn down enemy tanks and armor with whatever means. And Ukrainians are answering the call. Alexei Goranchenko, a prominent Ukrainian lawmaker, is among them.
I don't want to fight. I'm not soldier. I'm not professional military man. But I am not ready to capitulate. That's the difference.
Authorities have handed out 18,000 weapons and are teaching people how to make Molotov cocktails. Meantime, Ukraine's ambassador to the United States remains defiant.
We remain committed to defend our home. We resist. We will not surrender our capital to the enemy.
And as the Russian invasion continues, a humanitarian disaster is unfolding. The UN says hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians are now on the move. This family making a 30-hour trek to the Polish border.
I want to come back, but I don't know if we're going to come back.
The effort to punish Russia continues. The U.S. and the EU are now sanctioning Russian President Vladimir Putin and his Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov directly. And at the UN Security Council, a U.S. and Albania-led resolution to condemn Russia for invading Ukraine failed after Russia vetoed it. The United Arab Emirates, India, and China all abstained.
History will judge us for our actions or lack thereof. But at a minimum, at the very minimum, the rest of us have an obligation to object.
Now, the United States has authorized $350 million in additional military aid, and the U.S. has offered to evacuate Ukraine President Zelensky out of the country. He declined, saying the fight is here. We're live at the UN. Marcus Solis, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Marcus, thank you. ABC's Aaron KATERSKY joins us live now from Lviv, Ukraine.
Talking about the people there, a humanitarian crisis with Ukrainians just trying to get their families to safety.
And Michelle and Tony, it's really heart-wrenching scenes at the borders. More than 50,000 Ukrainians have already crossed one of the international borders, and there are so many more waiting in what can be hours-long lines just to get through the checkpoints. And then once they're through, they're off to an uncertain future, and clearly uncertain what they're going to come back to if they do end up coming back. And it's an agonizing choice because families are being torn apart. Not everyone can leave. It's mainly women and children. Able-bodied men, 18 to 60, under martial law here in Ukraine, have been told to stay, pick up arms, and fight. And not all of them have sophisticated weapons. We were driving around in the outskirts of Lviv, one of the secondary roads into the city. In a suburban neighborhood, there were groups of men putting walls of tires up, sandbags, and filling bottles to make Molotov cocktails in anticipation of an additional Russian assault.
That in your report, absolutely amazing to see you stand there with people, just do whatever they can to defend themselves and their homeland, whatever measures they can take. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Be safe, Aaron KATERSKY, live in Lviv, Ukraine. Thank you so much, and do be safe.